Hey everybody, thanks for joining NFT Hype. We got a really cool project coming up, Mutant Warriors. We all know about mutants, and we got some on the call today, or at least the founders of them. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Bluejay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Fine, thank you.
Fine.
Would you guys mind in giving a short intro of each one of you guys? So let's start with Roberto.
Yes, hi. I'm Roberto. I'm one of the co-founders of R2 Collectibles, and I started with my friend Roesberg, so he can tell more about himself.
Yeah, well, me and Roberto are friends for a few years now. We are originally GPK, Garbage Pail Kids Cards Collectors. We met in the Dutch community and we became close friends. We went to a few Comic Cons. We shared the same hobby, and begin this year, we had the same interest in the WEX blockchain because well, Tops decided to release their set, so that's why we're here. We're gonna produce high quality artwork for the Wax blockchain.
Cool. Nice to have you on there, Rusbe. How about you, Rhett?
Well, we met before, like, what was it, almost 2 years ago
Yeah, in San Francisco, right?
in San Francisco, and I was on the EOS radio. No, what was it? The marathon that you guys organized when EOS mainnet was launched. So I'm in this EOS.io wax space for a while, 2 years. I founded EOS Amsterdam. I founded the Europe chain, one of the sister chains. If you go to blocks, then you'll see Europe chain underneath the sister chains, and we're block producer number 3 at the moment in the WEX ranking. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Mike, let's shoot out a question to them. What do you? First off, I love that they love GPK, so me and you are gonna like that.
Oh,
So
great.
I guess my first question is, if GPK wasn't here and Tops didn't do a release on the Wax blockchain, do you guys think that you'd be here still, or was that really the main attraction that brought you?
Yes, I think GPK activated us to do this because we're following it on the communities on Facebook, so we know everything. And when we saw this, we thought, yes.
So for me personally, I associated the blockchain with transactions, like financial transactions, and not like assets primarily. So for me, GPK was like the introduction for me for NFTs, and without Garbage Pail Kids, I would not have knew this. But now the time has progressed. We see there's a lot more capabilities than only financial capabilities. So I think for me, it's a clear yes. It's all started with GPK, and for us, it's now we're gonna go further at GPK.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the interesting things, because it seems like GPK brought a lot of projects, and then now in turn, these projects are bringing their own people as well. So it's kind of expanding the ecosystem in multiple ways, right? Which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
There's a new influx.
Roberto, can you just tell us what you got on the background there? I see Nasty Nick. I see Dead Ted. Oh man, that's all cool stuff, man.
Yes, I built my man cave. My wife gave me the permission to do that. So it took a while, but yeah, you can see a different Adam Bomb, all the nice characters. I like to display the collection, otherwise it still stays in the books. And I think art, you must show art. And but that's a nice thing of the Wax blockchain. We can show our art on your telephone, maybe which screens. We have a lot of possibilities, I think, with the blockchain to show your art.
There's actually a possibility to do a showcase. Before with the physical cards, it's really difficult to show all your cards because you have to show them one by one. And I think one of the advantages of the assets, the NFTs we are using, is that you can actually show them on your social media pages in a fairly easy way. So that's one of the big advantages, in my opinion, and a big difference with the physical trading cards.
And Rhett, I got a question for you. Like, you've been involved in EOS and you've seen the back end, the plumbing, the infrastructure, and now you're seeing the actual kind of a use case for this, which is art, which I don't think you and I could have ever predicted. I don't know. Wasn't able to predict this, but seeing GPK launch and subsequent projects, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And I never heard of GPK before all this started. So I'm from a completely different angle. I'm a little older than these guys, so I even don't remember that these cards were with chewing gum in my childhood, at least. And so it was a completely new series. I was always very enthusiastic about what Wax was doing. We became a block producer candidate very early, and supporting this in any way we can. And that reflects on our ranking, I think, the third place on that chain. And when the two R's approached me, I was very interested in supporting them with our knowledge and with our legal support. And there's a lot of things that you need to know. And I think we have a very interesting team here, also with the people that are not on the show, to bring this collection and many others to the blockchain. And I really like what you can do, because you can do so much more than only collect cards. You can find all kinds of tools, find all kinds of easy ways to show it. Yeah, it's really something that software can really support.
So a big problem with physical card collectors is trading cards. It actually takes a lot of shipping costs. If you live in the Netherlands like me and you're trading with somebody from the United States, not only it costs a lot of money, but it also sometimes can damage the card. It can take a hell lot of long time, maybe sometimes even months just for one card. And we also see a solution in the Wax blockchain for exchanging the assets a lot easier. So that's also one of the reasons why we kept our interest in the Wax blockchain, and it was not a one-time thing, only the GPK, and we stopped. We had more, actually the other sets also created interest for us because of the other advantages it has at the moment.
Yes. We know a lot of GPK artists, and one of our mission is to give the artist the possibility to show their own art, not only GPK, because they have a lot of fantasy. You see, like the Mutant Warriors, SIMONE Reina is the artist. We think we can be the connection between the artist and the blockchain. And we see now with SIMONE that's a good thing. SIMONE is from Italy, and he don't has that connection for himself to bring out a physical set of a digital set. So yes, I think we can be helpful for artists also. So that could be a nice thing.
Is R2 Collectibles strictly a digital company, or have you guys done physical as well?
The idea was to do digital cards and bring physical card collectors to the blockchain. And right. We see this. We are almost 40, and there are a lot of collectors that say, "Oh, the digital. I want to have physical cards." And we say, let's bring the guys to the digital. and that's a little difficult thing, I think. But so maybe we have to change a little bit to bring also like physical cards. Yeah. So the Mutant cards first we will release it in digital, and then maybe in the future to physical to attract.
I think in order to get the attention of the physical card collectors, you need to have a bridge between the physical world and the digital world.
Yes.
For this, we were planning to use either QR codes or NFC tags, but we are actually do plan on releasing physical cards, but more in a supportive manner in order to just gain the interest, and so it will be less less foreign for the people, so it will be more attractable in our opinion. So we're definitely planning on releasing physical cards as well. Yes.
So this is kind of like something that would affect all projects, wouldn't it? Like if you were to develop some technology to help with QR codes, or even a wallet that can scan something and brings a physical card into a digital card, that's something that can help all projects, couldn't it?
Yes, yes. We think that this is the possibility to create a bridge to the old collectors to jump in a digital. So it's for everybody possible, I think.
Yeah, so a big problem is that the current age of the garbage pail kit collector is fairly old. It's like 40 years plus. 40,
hey,
41,
come on now.
42.
What are you doing? How are you making Rhett feel?
I'm very old.
Making friends now, Roos.
No, but it is a limitation, and it is something to keep in our mind when we are working with this type of collectors. So we have to make it easy for them, and because the blockchain is such a not understandable thing for them, we think we need to make the bridge for them and use the physical cards as well. So it will be part of our strategy to just release both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
Fair
tell
enough.
us more about SIMONE and how you guys came to know him and get him on board with the project?
Yes, we know SIMONE. We did a lot of commission. He did a lot of commission for us, so we asked him to do some characters. I'm Italian from origin, so I speak Italian, and SIMONE's English isn't very good, so we have an easy way to communicate. The first thing when we talked with Rhett, we talked about bringing a set on the blockchain. Immediately we thought of SIMONE, because SIMONE does a lot of digital work. And we thought, yeah, that's the best way to start. Somebody who has already the tools for this. So SIMONE was enthusiastic because he has a lot of thinking in his mind to release. But he was also a little bit, how do you say it? He don't know the blockchain. That's really
Hesitant.
yes. So, but because we know him quite good, he say, okay, if you want to jump in this adventure, I jump in with you. Tell me what to do, and we go there in together.
So I think you have to understand is that these artists are really creative on art, but when it's on like technical levels, they're a little bit old school maybe. They like to use the pencils, the pens, the markers, and sometimes their technical expertise is not that well as their artistic experience skills. So
Yeah.
that's why we thought we can help him. Me and Roberto founded a company called R2. So my name starts with an R. Roberto names starts with an R, which formed the gimmick R2. And we needed a good partner for that. And that's why we went to Rhett from EOS Amsterdam to help us further expand our projects. And we are helping the artists bring their artwork to the blockchain. But for that, we definitely needed the help of EOS Amsterdam, which we are really glad to work together with, because we're just like collectors. We have the mind of a collector, but we don't have a mind of a computer, of the technical part. So that's why we decided to partner up with EOS Amsterdam for the future releases as well. And so this is where we are right now. We have multiple contracts with other artists planned as well. So that's really good news.
Well, you got yourself a good partner in Rhett, I can tell you that. Tell us, guys, what's the vision behind this particular set? Like, what is the vision behind Mutant Warriors?
Simone likes the art of the toys and stuff of the 90s. So he came out with the idea of a little bit mutants, high school mutants. So yes, he's really creative. And then he started to make a little bit of weapons, stuff like that. So he created to make the warriors, this mutant warriors. Dus, yes, and the other cards we like the selfies you see in the back of Roosevelt, we added to his idea.
There are a few themes that he's really fond of, which is like 80s, 90s, but also punk, rock, and also superheroes and villains. These three themes you will see in our cards keep getting back. So that's what his personal interests are. And that's the thing we will keep, which will be our mission. That it's primarily the ideas of the artist which he will bring on the blockchain. It's not any requests we are doing. The only thing we request from artists is just deliver a set. You can think up the theme. You can bring your own mind to the blockchain. We don't want to influence too much of the set. Leave your own mind under roll. So we have faith in all the artists. We know exactly, it's a kind of small world, the GPK world concerning the artists. We do a lot of custom commissions, which means we contact the artist, we pay them some money, and we get a personalized art piece for that. So with most artists, we already have the contacts with way before this project. So we already have the network of the well-established artists which we can further work with. And we also have some, there's a special band between us, because we know, okay, he's a true collector. And we also know from the artist, okay, that's a true artist. So it works two ways, our current collaborations with the artists.
Very cool. So are you guys exclusively using Simone in this set as the only artist?
Yes. Yes, Simone did all the artwork in this. And then we have the variations with the animations. And that's something we can do. So that's the other part of our team, and that's EOS Amsterdam helping us to create that stuff. But all the art is Simone. So yes, all his credits.
Yeah. So also our future releases will be per artist as well. We are not planning to combine multiple artists. No, we will keep it simple. Just the thoughts of that artist, we will publish. We're not mixing up ideas, mixing up art. It's just one theme as well.
How many cards are in this set? And can you tell us the overall supply? How many packs and how many cards you're going to have, and maybe even price points?
Roberto?
Yes. Yes, we have the 15 characters of base characters. and we have 15 characters of selfies. Totally, we have 120,000 cards, but there are the base cards and the variations cards. We have one sort of pack, the pack with 8 cards. Price will be $9.99, but then in wax. We were only selling in wax. We saw a lot of credit card problems with other releases. So we don't want that the collectors are missing out this because the credit card didn't work well. So we thought, yes, the best way is to do it in wax. I'm missing something, Bruce?
Additionally, we partnered up with Atomic Hub. Rhett, maybe you want to say something about that, why we chose Atomic Hub?
Yeah, we chose Atomic Hub because, well, it's predominantly, I think 80% of the trades are being done on Atomic Hub. I think the user interface is very convenient, and so we asked them to create r2.atomic hub. Then you create your own subdomain, and then you get also in the top a button that is called tools. So underneath those tools, we are planning to add some additional functionalities. Maybe you remember that Blockchain Heroes had the Vortex. I checked it today. It's not on the website anymore because the action is gone. But the idea with the Vortex was, I think it was 100 cards, and then you get one special card.
Yeah.
But these kind of Vortex functions, I'm not a collector, but I started enjoying this whole space because of those functions. So it's additional tools, additional creativity that you can bring into the life cycle of such a project, where you can think of all kinds of funny things. Drop 5 cards, get 4 back. Drop 5 cards, get 20 back. You can do all kinds of crazy things. So we hired a developer now, a junior developer, to see if we can come up with all kinds of crazy ideas, just to see how complex it is to build functions like that. So we have.
So you're planning on gamifying. You're planning on a bunch of gamification.
More gamifying the collections, and maybe not for this collection immediately, but future collections. You can definitely think about all kinds of crazy things that you can do on this. And I think that's the big added value also for collecting this, that you can make all kinds of additional things. And having a subdomain makes it very easy. If you want to show your collection on your telephone, it's just R2, and then already your browser then you log in automatically, and then you have your own collection, right? It's pretty easy to showcase what you have, and also to link to your functions. We thought that creating the subdomain there is a good step for us.
So R2 guys, when you were looking for a partner, technology partner, did you guys have a criteria that person also had to start with the R, or is that just a coincidence?
Well, it is
R3.
But actually, during the quest for a partner, we were looking for somebody who was professional. So if you're a true collector, you don't want anything mediocre. You want the best of the best. You want the sharp edges. You want everything flawless. And for me, I personally just had to Google something, and the name EOS Amsterdam came multiple times. And that's what I decided to contact them at first glance, because they were pretty high in the ranking, which means they will probably be a more trustworthy partner in our exploration for this project.
Now, as being collectors, like and being removed from this technology, what do you think that your the perspective that you brought to this project that could help, and what is it bringing to this project? Like your collecting only perspective. Well, Rhett and I and Mike, we all come from like a blockchain background, but what do you guys bring here?
So there are a lot of artists for the GPK, and every artist has his own fan base. But the only thing we see is the comical drawings, like the funny comical drawings of GPK. But there's a lot of more. There's a whole other side of an artist which delivers other content, but you do not see that anywhere. And what we wanted to do is bring these artists and show them their other side of the art, and but also look further and also bring galleries or maybe famous people to the blockchain. So there is an addition for the regular users, is so they see the other part of the artist. And with the blockchain, we are also pretty. We think the cost income for the artist is way more fair as well, because Tops is not paying them pretty well. I cannot say anything about the figures, but it ain't much. So with the blockchain, artists are glad to work with us. First of all, so they can build up a portfolio for the people to show their portfolio, and also to have a more reliable and more fair way of the income. So that's our two extra elements we taken into account while working on this project.
Yes, and I think the other thing is like GPK collectors, you're always waiting for the new set to release, and sometimes you have to wait a few months before there's a release. So only thing you can do is watch your art, but it's also nice to unpack. I love to unpack boxes, and the nice thing of this digital is there's a lot of things going on at this moment. We think that the blockchain is the future for collecting, and you can do it together with the physical cards. It is not a replacement, but you can combine it. And the nice thing is you can do it for, it's not very expensive if you want to collect a digital base card, but maybe every month you can collect, now it's the Mutant Warriors, you can collect blockchain heroes, you can collect Pepper. There's a lot of diversity. So we think that this is only growing and will be a lot bigger over a year. So we think we can bring nice, high quality art from artists, but also what Roosbeth say is maybe galleries or other stuff. So yes,
yeah, and your question is particularly on collecting. I mean, we met these guys 2 months ago, and they are really collectors. They know everything, not only from GPK, but also from just collecting in general, and all kinds of series and all kinds. That's really their passion and their hobby. Simple things like A and B cards. I never heard about that, and so they told me that it was needed to make an A and a B card. So all kinds of the things that collectors like in a collection, and they are experiencing now the digital world with all the capabilities that brings. And so bringing the collector mindset, also our legal team, maybe you remember that we are one of the few block producers that has a lawyer in the founding teams. So there's all kinds of questions like, is there copyright on Dutch masters? You know, the Dutch masters, Van Gogh and Rembrandt, is there copyright on that? No, there's no copyright on that. Okay, what can we do? So there's all kinds of things that you could collect. And yeah, so we're brainstorming on all kinds of series that we could do more together, because we have the tech, we have the collector mindset, we have the entrepreneurial mindset, we have the legal mindset, and we have a team that can coordinate things with external parties, and we have a network. We know almost everybody in the blockchain, and we know almost everybody in the Wax blockchain. So I think we're a very interesting combination. We have a WhatsApp group. I think it's 50 messages a day at least, of ideas, of interesting things, of discussions, of positive things. It's very, 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 it's a lot of fun to be here in this space with these guys.
Yes. Yes, we are a great team, how we experience it. We didn't know a lot of blockchain, and EOS Amsterdam is helping us to see the possibilities. Now it's collecting cards, but we see the moments with NBA Top Shots. So we are thinking about all the creative thing we can create together. And yes, we see no limitations. So that's great.
How was your onboarding to the Wax blockchain? Like, so are you familiar, like, have you bought crypto before? Did you ever buy Bitcoin, Ether, sort? Is this totally new for you guys? Did you guys have to go out and figure out how to buy Wax? What was that like for you guys?
I bought a few times crypto coin, but it wasn't a real success. It was good to do that, so I experienced what the steps are to buy crypto coins. So that's a good thing, and we can explain it to the new collectors. We hope that things will be maybe what easier. Now we have MoonPay. You can buy wax. That's a nice thing. So that will be easier for collectors. So we have a little bit experience, but enough to explain to the new collectors. But we hope that things will become easier. So if you sell a lot, so you have a lot of wax, that it's maybe easier to turn back in dollar or euros, like in Europe. So, but we think that's.
I had some experience as well, but also I bought a few times, sold a few times. But all the coins I had experience with were just the top 20 coins on the coin market cap. I did not heard of Wax before. I have some knowledge of OP skins with like the CS:GO community, which is like the origins of Wax, I believe. For me, I'm a gamer as well.
I made NFTs there. I've been making NFTs for a couple of years on Wax, and that was the first place where I made an NFT was on OP skins. So
okay, so I heard of Vigo a long time ago, and I knew what it was, but I did not knew the real possibilities. So it had to take me. I needed GPK for me to understand all the real capabilities of blockchain technology. Yeah, but I had no experience with Wax before. No.
So you guys are almost close to your release, right? How many, a month away or so?
No, the 31 of October. So Halloween is
2 weeks, 2 days, 22 hours.
Oh, wow.
He's got it all mapped out. You got a countdown clock in the corner there?
I actually
have it's on the website.
It's on the website. And you guys have obviously seen the set so far in the entirety. What should people who are viewing this video look out for, like in terms of special collector's editions or variants that are highly collectible? Give us the inside tip. What should people go for?
Yes, the nice thing I love are the selfies. They were really, really, really rare. But you can see we have one on the back of Roost, as we love the colors of the base cut, but the selfies have an expression of colors that are fantastic.
So the selfies are based on the common cards as well. So sometimes you can actually recognize the head of the selfie to belong on of a card of a common card. So those are definitely the ones to look out for because they're really high quality artwork and they look really dope. The odds are really low on them, but that's why you make it extra attractive for the collectors to have them as well. Not only they're like beautiful, but they're also kind of hard to collect. And that's what it's all about in the collector's world.
Yes, we have other 3 variation, 2 with a real effect. We have the slimy bullets. We will show one next week, I think. We will Twitter it and throw it in the Telegram group. So the mutant is hit by slimy bullets. That's a cool thing. The other one is the danger zone. The mutant's going to be wrapped up in how do you say it, Roos?
Actually there's like a special effect which has a warning tape going over the card, which like warns you, stay out, warning, there's a biological hazard. So that's one of the effects we are making for the mutant warriors. We have the slimy bullets, which bullets will pop on the cards, just like a little bit of booger or snot. But definitely just keep those selfies. You don't want to trade or sell those. Those are definitely the cards you will need to look out for.
We also have a fun one, the C card. That will be with the alien name, and the alien name has, of course, a translation in English. And if you sign up for the newsletter, next week we think we're gonna send the alphabet so people can discover what the name means.
What mysteries a card has. So every card has an alien name. We use a special font for that, and there's actually like a translation available. It has some Easter eggs, all the cards, some fun stuff, and we made it interactive.
What is your website so that people can sign up for the email list?
That's www.mutant-warriors.com.
Very cool. Mike, do you have any last questions?
What are your achievement specials? Can you tell us a little bit more about that program?
We have some ideas, like I think I was going to call it like missions or objectives you can complete. Probably a fairly simple one is just collect all the base cards, which is simple, but yet it shows that you are a collector. So if you have all the cards, those definitely need to be rewarded. But for the other mission rewards, we are not sure yet, but we will definitely come up with a few extra. So I don't know if you have
that grants you a special card if you achieve that, or
unique.
How does that work?
Yeah, it's going to be a unique cards, unique drops for the missions. So you have something to work for, to collect for.
And based on how many people accomplish the drop, I guess that'll be the mintage of that special card, or something like that, or
haven't thought about the minting about that, but we did thought about what would be the minimum requirements for the missions. So collect all base cards, or purchase X amount of cards on the market is maybe going to be one, or sell X amount of cards. So there's fairly easy missions, but those will prove that you're a collector or not.
That kind of gives me the idea about burning. Are you guys thinking of burning any cards, or is there any burning mechanism on this one?
No, it is art. You don't have to. Burn art.
Rhett said they were considering it in the future.
Yeah,
though, right?
well, we like I love the functionality to burn stuff, but I'm not so much a collector.
You pyro.
Rhett's a pyro.
Yeah.
That's why he has no hair, because it's all burned off, you know.
Now, the idea of burning is cool because, like a collector, you want a unique stuff also. So yes, that's a thing we are thinking about it. But first, let us launch the set. We got a lot of positive response that people are liking the art. We have more than 300 members now in Telegram group. So we are started a week ago. So that's going very good. So we love to hear the positive things. So but let's wait to the launch. Let's wait how it goes.
But maybe for the second or third set, we'll definitely be implementing the burning of cards. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and also we will be releasing single packs and maybe a mega pack, because for this release we only decided to release one pack and not different kinds of packages.
And that's an 8-card standard
8-card.
pack, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, 15,000.
The price point's $9.99, you said?
Yeah. Yes, we thought it was a nice price for 8 cards. But we wanted to change things, not do the same as the other releases. But we will experience how that is going.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Awesome.
a pleasure having you guys on. I invite you to join us in our NFT Hype Telegram room, and we'll be in yours too. So be part of your community. Thanks, everyone. Is there any other thing that you guys want us to let us know before you leave, or where to contact you? We've already gotten your website and your Telegram.
Any shout outs?
Yeah.
So just be sure to sign up for the newsletter to get the free promotional NFTs. They go for a lot on the secondary market already. So we're really astounded by the amount of people who are genuinely interested. And also thank you guys for your time as well, for having us here, because we just started this company, me and Roberto, and it's going it's going fast already. So we're really grateful for the NFT community and the blockchain community to support us. It's like, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for the invite.
Awesome.
It was a nice experience.
Yeah,
it was fun to talk to you guys.
And anybody that has some wax tokens, vote for EOS Amsterdam.
yeah.
I do. Big Mike proxy.
Thanks.
Represent.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah. I've been on your voters list for a while now. So there you go.
So delegate to Big Mike proxy if you don't know how to select the block producer.
There you go.
He'll take care of you.
Yeah. So the website of us was www.mutant-warriors.com. You will see all the latest info on there, all the different kind of varieties we have, all the types of cards and the amount of cards, dates, partners, everything.
It's
Awesome.
a nice site
very
too.
beautiful
Lots, very
Yeah.
colorful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to collecting some of these guys. So pleasure having you on again, and thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.